What's going on, everybody? Today, got an absolute banger of a tactic for you guys. One that I believe is the current meta in FM24. It is absolutely fantastic. You're going to see results with 4 different teams today. Now, the 4 clubs that we tested this tactic with, one was RB Leipzig, and as we can see here, they won the league on 82 points, and they also won the German Super Cup, earning themselves a domestic double. Another team that we tested with was with Feyenoord, and it helped them win the league on 87 points, as well as win the Dutch Cup and the Johan Cruyff Shout, earning themselves a domestic treble. The third club that we tested with was Liverpool, and they ended up winning the league on 91 points, as well as winning the Europa League over AC Milan, earning themselves a double. And the final team was the team that I developed this tactic with, my team that I stream with over on Twitch, Dynamo Dresden, where we won the Dry Liga on 101 points, scoring 121 goals. This tactic is absolutely absurd and allowed us to break every possible record that we could possibly find to challenge ourselves, along with helping us to a 32-game unbeaten run, which is absolutely absurd. Now, what is this tactic, you're probably asking? Well, like I said, it is the current meta tactic. We're going to be taking a look at how it was lined up with Liverpool. As you can see, it is a narrow 4-2-2-2. I currently already have a 4-2-2-2 here on the channel, which is the 4-2-2-2 Samurai. So if you want to check that out, I'll be linking it down below in the description. But this is kind of an adaptation of that tactic, but performs even better, which is really hard to do because that tactic was already insane. So our 2 strikers are actually not the same role. Mo Salah was an advanced forward on attack, while Darwin Nunez played a pressing forward on attack. The number 10s are both shadow strikers on attack. McAllister was playing as a segundo volante, while Wataru Endo was playing as a ball-winning midfielder. Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold were both operating as wingbacks. Van Dijk and Konate both playing as central defenders on defend, and Alisson playing as a goalkeeper on defend. Now, how does this look when it's building up? Well, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are both going to be our wide options. Your wingbacks are going to bag you loads and loads of assists. You will see a perfect example from my Dresden save here in a moment. Now, Salah and Nunez obviously encroach on that 18-yard box, while Szoboszlai and Gakpo are going to be operating in these spaces. McAllister will come up here, as will Endo, and then Van Dijk and Konate are going to be up here as well. It is 2 big boxes for them to make plays from, along with some triangles out wide for them to play some tiki-taka. Now, being that McAllister is a segundo volante, he can come up into the box. He can come up to the left of Szoboszlai or to the right, as Szoboszlai and Gakpo can both move into channels and operate where they want and where they find space. Now, Wataru Endo is a ball-winning midfielder on support, so he's kind of going to just operate in this area. But do not be surprised if they pull up with an absolute banger from time to time. And even though your wingbacks are going to be supplying a lot of assists, your striker duo is also going to supply each other with a lot of assists, as well as playing the ball off to the shadow strikers behind them. Now, in defense, how does this play? Well, it actually kind of plays exactly how you see it. We don't really push anyone out wide to help us defend. However, we do force the opposition to play to the outside, which really just has them play into Robertson or into Trent Alexander-Arnold in this scenario if it is Liverpool. One thing that is definitely going to help you big time with this tactic is if you have a strong back line. If you have a back line that you trust, you are going to be sitting pretty, not conceding a whole heck of a lot of goals. However, if you're a team that needs to outscore your opponent big time, this tactic is definitely going to help you do so, but it's going to help you score goals no matter if you are good or bad. So we're going to take a look at how this helped my Dynamo Dresden team break basically every single record known to man in the Dry Liga. We scored the most goals, we had the most points, we had the most wins, our striker was scoring the most goals, our left back had the most assists ever in the Dry Liga. It allowed us to straight up dominate. So like I said, we won the league on 101 points and we scored 121 goals, having a goal differential of 68. We had a 32-game win streak. We lost our first 2 games of the season, and then we didn't lose another one until within our last 7 games of the season. Now, what helped us be able to do that? Well, almost scoring 50 more goals than anyone else helped us do that, but also averaging over 60% possession the entire season. So having the ball is going to be a big time thing with this tactic. Your team is going to have the ball, and when they have the ball, you're going to be scoring loads and loads of goals. You're also going to be the side shooting the most, and you also should be one of the sides conceding the fewest shots as well, even though the tactic is fairly narrow, and my side didn't have the best defense in the league. They actually had one of the worst overall defenses in the league rating-wise and performance-wise, but we still only allowed 312 shots. And even though we didn't have the best defense overall, we still won the league on 101 points because of this tactic. It allowed for both of our strikers to finish in the top 2 in goal scoring, and it allowed 4 of our players to finish in the top 8 in assists, 2 of which being our wingbacks, one being Park and the other being Mbaye. And overall, we had 4 double-digit goal scorers. 2 of them being our striker, the other 2 being our shadow strikers. Now, if you're a side like a Liverpool or a PSG, Real Madrid, or just in general a side bigger than a bottom division type side, you're probably going to get more than 4 players scoring double-digit goals. For example, in the test with Liverpool, they had 7 different players scoring double-digit goals. And assist-wise, we had 6 players have double-digit assists. Once again, if you're a bigger club like Liverpool, they ended up having 8 players have double-digit assists. And like I said earlier, your wingbacks are going to be big-time playmakers. Park was our left back. He had 21 assists and was an absolute game-changer for us down the wing, as was our right back, because really he had a very low-key, under-the-radar season and still had 13 assists plus added a goal. And even though we're in the 3rd tier in Germany, just looking at our team attacking overall in the data analysis, we were scoring over 3 goals a game. That is hard to do at the elite level, especially in the Prem, no matter what type of side you are, unless you have Erling Haaland, of course. But doing this in a 3rd tier side with a team that I had to rebuild kind of on the fly due to injuries and also selling players is pretty impressive. And what we can tell already is that you're going to get plenty of goals, plenty of assists, and plenty of trophies from this tactic. So now let's take the deep dive into the tactic itself. With the advanced forward up top on the left side, all that we have with him is shoot more often. The pressing forward on attack also only has shoot more often. Both shadow strikers on attack have crosses aimed at the far post, run wide with the ball, and shoot more often. The segundo volante in support has get further forward, move into channels, and tackle harder. The ball-winning midfielder on support has take more risks. Both wingbacks on support have crossed more often and crosses aimed at center. The central defenders on defend are both left as is, and the goalkeeper on defend is also left as is. You want to be going at your opponent the entire match, and going on a positive mentality will definitely allow you to do so. If you need to nick a goal late, go attacking. I will show you 2 tweaks that I do here in a moment that will allow you to basically almost every single time get that goal that you need. And luckily for my team, they just refused to give up. So not only would we get that goal, but we would go on to win a majority of those matches. Now, when we're in possession, we play fairly narrow. We focus the play through the middle and play out from the defense. Now, one thing that I will say is playing at this lower level, playing out from the defense is going to be hard on your defenders because they aren't elite at doing that. They aren't going to have great dribbling. They aren't going to have great passing. They aren't going to have great vision. So if you need to take that off, definitely feel free to do so. It may actually help you ease the mistakes your defenders are making at the back if you do have trouble with that. Otherwise, leave it on if you are comfortable having it on and you're okay with them making a mistake once or twice every couple weeks, I would say. It wasn't like an every game type thing, but they did make them. And I did question at times, should I take it off or not? But I left it on. We ended up on 101 points. So it was well worth leaving it on. We worked the ball into the box when we're in the final third and used mixed crosses. I kind of just let them do whatever they wanted to do. Now, passing directness is shorter and we have a slightly higher tempo. When we need to nick a goal late and you go to that attacking mentality, you're going to want to put your tempo to higher. You take it from slightly higher to higher. You may not think it makes a big difference. It actually makes a massive difference. Now, when we're in transition, we counter press and counter, and we distribute to the fullbacks and to the center backs. And once we're out of possession, we have a high press line of engagement, standard defensive line, and a more often trigger press. Like I said, we like to trap the opponent to the outside a majority of the time. That is something that you need to do yourself in game though with this. I don't have it on like I do with a majority of my other tactics, so it will be up to you. Do we need to trap them to the inside or do we need to trap them to the outside? That is a decision that you yourselves will have to make, but a majority of the time I wanted to be trapping to the outside. Now, the other change that you will have when you need to nick a goal late is the trigger press. Instead of more often, you go to much more often. So you are going to be going balls to the wall with your side when you need to nick a goal late, and it will, almost every single time you need to, get you that goal. So now that we've gone over all this stuff, let's see how it actually looks within the match engine. So as you can clearly tell in the match engine, it looks absolutely fantastic. It plays very, very well. It's very fun to use. It makes your team look unstoppable. It really does. It makes your team perform so well. Now, if you want to give this tactic a go, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description. That is where you're going to be able to download the tactic from, is in my Discord. The file is going to be called Gormy's 4222 Gold Member. That is the name of the tactic. I hope you guys enjoy the tactic, and I hope that you guys win boatloads of trophies within your saves. Also, if you want to catch this team, the Dynamo Dresden save that I am doing over on Twitch live, I stream every weekday, or at least try to stream every weekday. I'll be linking my Twitch down below in the description as well if you guys wish to give that a look, or if you wish to give me a follow over there as well. But if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. And until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.